Please rise if you are able. If you are able, please remain standing for the singing of our national anthem.
O Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God, keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Please be seated. Welcome, graduates, family, friends, and honored guests to Convocation at the University of Waterloo. My name is Vivek Goel, and it's my honor to serve as President and Vice Chancellor and to preside over today's ceremony where we celebrate our graduates and their accomplishments. To our graduates, today we recognize your hard work, dedication, and accomplishments. You will cross the stage today having gained more than the lessons learned in the classroom or lab. You have built relationships and made positive contributions to the university and our surrounding community. I see many family members, friends, and supporters of our graduates here in the audience. You should also be recognized for your important roles in supporting our graduates throughout their academic journey. Graduates, let's give a hand to your supporters. I also want to acknowledge that our world has faced some big challenges over the last few years. Global issues continue to affect our community in different ways and have played a part in shaping your experiences here. Through it all, you demonstrated resilience and perseverance. These attributes will serve you well as you enter the next phase of your lives. Today's celebration is based on tradition. The Haudenosaunee peoples also have a rich and vibrant culture that embraces knowledge sharing. As such, it is important to reflect and acknowledge that the University of Waterloo's campuses in Waterloo, Kitchener, and Cambridge are situated on the Haldimand Tract, land 6 miles on each side of the Grand River, granted to the Haudenosaunee of 6 nations. The land inside and surrounding the Haldimand Tract, including our Stratford campus, is the traditional territory of the Attawandaron, Anishinaabe, and Haudenosaunee. I also acknowledge and recognize this area is now home to many diverse First Nation, Inuit, and Métis groups. As part of today's ceremony, a number of Indigenous components play a prominent role. Their inclusion reflects our commitment to truth and reconciliation. Our Eagle staff led our procession today ahead of our mace. The mace is a traditional symbol of European origins, while the Eagle staff reflects the wisdom, strength, and honor of those that carry it in representation of nations across Turtle Island. The Chancellor and I are also proud to wear Indigenous beading on our regalia and are grateful to Marilyn Sutherland, a Cree master beater from Kitchener, for her work in adorning our robes. We will start the ceremony with a special Indigenous opening. It's my privilege to welcome the Cedar Hill Singers and Mayangan Henry, Indigenous Knowledge Keeper. As they make their way to the podium, I would like to extend a special thank you. Elder Henry provides a special Indigenous opening and closing to all of our ceremonies. His words serve an important role in the reconciliation process, and I've seen the impact they have on our graduates, our guests, and our university. Thank you.
Ani bujo sego danse kwe kalamasi sagoli bujo mayengan deshnakas deshkanzi bendon jiba mayen do dem getche manado chi migwach men waka kena man the ganaju and gizgat nongum. Just wanted to share a little bit of our language. For a long time here in Canada, I wasn't able to use my language. They told me that it was wrong for me to practice my ceremonies and to share our songs and our prayers. And Cedar Hill, who sang that beautiful song for you, they remind us of our relationship to the beautiful earth that we live on. When you hear that sound of that drum, it's like the sound in your heart. And when you're a baby in the womb, that's all you hear is your mother's heartbeat. And it reflects your relationship to life. And the honor beats, the louder ones that you hear, honors all those who are honorable, and they belong to you because you're honorable today. Our Eagle Staff carrier, Gladwin, who carried Eagle Staff at one time, wasn't allowed to join the armed forces here in Canada. They were subject to losing their status if they decided to do that. But he carries that Eagle Staff in full honor of serving this country, and he felt so obliged to do that. So today, we want to say thank you for this change in attitude in this country that now looks at Indigenous knowledge a little bit more importantly than it did before. We went through a very period of time that was so disruptive to our life, to our being. And in the 1400s, when Columbus landed in North America, they estimated about 60 million Indigenous people living in Turtle Island or North America. By mid-1700s, we were reduced to 500,000. It was a vanishing race, that's what they called us. And with the rest of them, they decided to take away their relationship to themselves, and that's when the residential school era began. I call it an error. But definitely at that school, they were told they couldn't practice their songs, they couldn't dance, they couldn't pray, they couldn't have ceremony. They couldn't be among the people because if we were in the city of more than 3 Indigenous people, we would be arrested because we couldn't gather in that amount of people. Along with those things, we have to now notice that something happened. Around the mid-50s, changes occurred in Canada that said, maybe Indigenous people have something to offer. And we started changing how we thought about Indigenous people, which reflects us today. At this university, at your university, they've seen the statistics and they wanted to make a difference. So I want to give thanks to the leadership of this university for seeing the wealth that we can help you understand. And now we're on stage with you. This is just an amazing moment for me. And to watch you cross the stage and celebrate together, I think after all we've gone through and we're here today with you, I'm just so honored to be with you and watch you cross the stage today. Miigwech, everybody. It's an honor to see you. I can't wait to see you cross the stage today. Miigwech.
Welcome back. Thank you, Elder Henry. Thank you to our Cedar Hill singers for gracing today's ceremony. And I also want to echo thank you to the leadership of the university and Vivek Goel, our president, for the last 5 years of making sure that all of us become part of the teachings of the Indigenous elders. So thank you very much for that. Good morning. You're feeling the same way I am, right? Good morning. Good morning. Fantastic. All right. Faculty, friends, families, let's give it up to the graduating class of 2026.
Congratulations. I'm Jagdeep Singh Bachair, your Chancellor, and I'm so honored to help you celebrate one of life's great milestones. My own allegiance to this university goes back more than 30 years. Here's where my mind opened, and I began to believe anything was possible. I wish the same for all of you today. This is the most exciting, depending on your perspective, unsettling time to be alive since anyone in this room was born. Look, I don't say that lightly. I've spent more than 12 years as the Chief Investment Officer at the University of California, managing now nearly $250 billion US. And my job is figuring out where the world is heading and then betting big on that direction. And the more I have learned, even as your chancellor in the last 2 years, I've come to realize that so much of the exciting innovation that is fueling this new era traces its way back to places like Waterloo. So what I want to share with you this morning are 3 principles I believe are the most powerful tools that each of you can carry out of this great university. Stay curious, think big, and take risks. I'm going to start with curiosity. Recently, I had the privilege of moderating a panel with 3 Nobel laureates just about a month ago, including Dr. Donna Strickland, Waterloo's own. She said something that I haven't stopped thinking about. She said that the AI tools of the future are incredibly good at giving us answers, but they can't do something essential. They can't tell us what questions to ask. They can't teach us curiosity. Think about that. In a world that is flooded with information, the most valuable thing you can possess is the ability to ask good questions. Every breakthrough starts that way. Someone looks around and says, why? Or what if? Or simply, can or should we do this? I've lived this personally. My family emigrated to Canada from Nigeria when I was 15. At the consulate in Lagos, my father asked a question to the immigration officer. Where should we go? His son needed an engineering school and his daughter a medical school. The officer said one word, Waterloo. A few months later, the 4 of us landed in Canada. 2 days after that, I started studying mechanical engineering here. I was 15 years old, and I had no idea what was ahead of me. But I was curious, and that curiosity has carried me farther than any of the 3 degrees I hold here from the University of Waterloo. A lot of great things in life start with a question. By being curious enough to ask, and then patient enough to chase the answer. And here's the thing about curiosity. It's almost always sparked by human connection. Our AI agents, those that you might even build, they aren't going to inspire us. People are. Places are. Life is. So stay open and stay in learning mode. That may sound strange to people who have just spent years in school, like all of you. But here's what I mean. Don't let today be the day that you stop being a student. Nurture and grow the curiosity you were born with. Walk out of here with your eyes open and your sense of wonder fully alive. Something could inspire you tomorrow, and it could become the passion of your life if you let it in. Now I want to talk about thinking big. So once you've asked the right question, you also need the courage and the confidence to imagine a big answer. I thought I was going to be an aeronautical engineer. I loved planes. I still do. But the situation on the ground changed, so I pivoted. None of that happened because I played it safe. It happened because at every turning point, I gave myself permission to think bigger than what felt comfortable. Think about that. Think about the world you're entering. When Google launched, the idea of organizing all of the world's information felt impossible. Multiply that by 1 billion, and that's where we are today. So please, don't shrink your ambitions or your audacious goals to match someone else's expectations or because you're afraid of change. You notice I said, please. I'm Canadian too. We can still be nice, we can still be kind, and we must always be grateful. And remember, the world just doesn't need more people that simply fit in. It needs people who reshape what's possible. That's us. But more importantly, that's you. Which leads me to risk-taking. Here's the part nobody tells you at graduation. Curiosity without action is just daydreaming. Big thinking without execution is just a whiteboard. At some point, you must leap. My parents are lifelong teachers with an undying belief that the greatest gift they could give their children was a good education. Sound familiar, Dad and Mom? When we boarded that plane to Canada, they didn't have a detailed plan. What they had was confidence, that leap, that willingness to act before they had all the answers, even when they felt the pangs of fear. And that changed the course of our family's life. You will face moments like that, where the safe choice and the right choice are not the same thing. My advice to you is take the road that is less traveled. Start the company, join the company, publish the novel, write a model. Move to the city where you don't know anyone. Raise your hand for the project that scares you. Say yes before you feel ready, because if you wait until you feel ready, you'll be waiting forever. And the world may well pass you by, and that's a risk too. And when you fail, and you will fail, because everyone who takes real risks in life does, get right back up. Failure is not the opposite of success. It's simply the cost of admission. Stay curious, think big, take risks. That's the formula. That's the model. That's what Waterloo has taught you, whether you realized it or not. And that's what the world needs from you. Not someday. Right now, especially now. Network with the members of the Waterloo community, your friends, your peers, the new alumni that are joining the community. Use this priceless lifelong connection and be useful right back. All of this may sound like interesting advice. The next piece, please take to heart. Don't forget the people who helped get you here. Your parents, your grandparents, your mentors, your teachers, your friends, your siblings. They have propped you up even when you didn't realize the shoulders on which you rested. Please thank them, hug them, take photographs today, celebrate them. They've earned this as much as you have. Graduates, you're ready. You have what it takes. You're stepping into a world of extraordinary complexity and extraordinary possibilities. This is the most exciting time to be alive. And you, the class of 2026, from right here, from Waterloo, are exactly the people the world needs. So stay curious, think big, take risks. Congratulations, and you make all of us so proud. Thank you. I have been waiting all ceremonies to say this now. It is my pleasure to welcome Nanoni Donaldson. It's one of the first times I see her on stage and I get to do this. As Vice President, Advancement and External Relations to the podium. Welcome.
Dr. Chancellor, I present Mike Stork. Mike Stork is a business leader, angel investor, philanthropist, and community builder who has played a defining role in shaping the Waterloo region and its entrepreneurial ecosystem over many decades. One of our region's early tech leaders, Mike spent nearly 25 years with Unitron Hearing Canada, the Kitchener-based hearing device manufacturer his father co-founded in 1964, rising to become its president and then chair and CEO. He also co-founded DSP Factory, a digital signal processing spin-off commercialized from Unitron's own research. Having experienced the challenges and rewards of entrepreneurship, Mike made a commitment to support the next generation of Waterloo innovators. In 2006, he co-founded the Accelerator Center, one of North America's first university-linked entrepreneurship hubs. He also shared his time, expertise, and resources as one of the earliest champions of Velocity, Waterloo's flagship entrepreneurship program. He invested in and mentored the founders of some of Canada's most recognized technology companies, including MyoVision and ClearPath Robotics. Mike has also made a profound impact on our entrepreneurial community through his philanthropic leadership. As a generous donor and ambassador of the Innovation Arena in downtown Kitchener, he rallied support for this dynamic space, which advances the region's startup ecosystem and drives economic growth. His long history of charitable giving to Waterloo also includes grants for Velocity founders and support for the new Waterloo Eye Institute. He served 2 terms as a member of the University of Waterloo's Board of Governors and has chaired several of our volunteer committees. Mike is widely respected as a force for good across the region, supporting a wide range of organizations, including the Grand River Hospital, the Cambridge Memorial Hospital, the Kitchener-Waterloo YMCA, including the Stork Family Y, Kids Ability, the United Way, and arts and social service organizations. He received the region's Angel of the Year Award in 2013 and the Laurier Philanthropy Award in 2019. Dr. Chancellor, in recognition of his outstanding accomplishments in entrepreneurship, community leadership, and philanthropy, I ask you to confer the Doctor of Laws upon Mike Stork.
Congratulations. I'll tell you a little secret. If you're going to start a company, reach out to Velocity and ask for Dr. Stork. Tell them you were at his convocation, and that'll automatically get you funding, probably, if it's a great idea. I am humbled and honored, and you've also been a great friend and advisor to me over all these years, but I'm truly humbled and honored to confer upon you, Mike Stork, the title of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa. I extend my sincere congratulations, and I know everyone's lives you've touched at the University of Waterloo also extend their congratulations. Well done. Wonderful. All right, we'll take a picture of it.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. And thank you for that really, truly unexpected gift. Mr. Chancellor, Mr. Vice Chancellor, Dean, members of the Senate and faculty, graduates and guests, it is my great pleasure to be here with you today. I'm grateful for the honor to be bestowed on me. I'm also grateful for the many opportunities to have served this great institution in various capacities over the past 25 years. I'm the wiser and richer for it. I've had the opportunity to meet great leaders, professors, students, and entrepreneurs, and many other dedicated people who make this complex organization function so well. It's been an amazing experience to learn about the complex workings of the university from the inside, to participate as a member of the Board of Governors, and to have experienced the talented, creative, and inspired leadership under which the University of Waterloo has thrived. I'm greatly enthused about our new strategic plan, Waterloo at 100. The plan builds upon our past successes and a unique combination of factors that will continue to differentiate the University of Waterloo from all others. A leader in developing co-op programming, in fundamental and applied research, and one of only a few universities that allows students and researchers the ownership of their inventions and related intellectual property. These have been key differentiators for the university and have created a uniquely entrepreneurial environment here, one that has spawned numerous startups and student-initiated enterprises. Begun as an informal student-driven incubator based in a student residence, the Velocity Incubation Program has evolved into what is now one of Canada's leading startup incubators housed in downtown Kitchener at the university's Innovation Arena. This support for entrepreneurship has become another key differentiator for the university. We now have hundreds of Velocity-funded companies which have attracted billions of dollars in investment, which have resulted in an enormous amount of economic activity and employment in this region. I'm very proud of the Velocity program's success. This incredible pool of startup talent has also provided me as an angel investor with the opportunity and great good fortune to interact with some of the most creative entrepreneurs in Canada. What I've learned from this is that it's not so much the what, but rather the who that has made the difference in those startups becoming successful. Time and time again, it has been shown that great ideas and technologies in and of themselves are necessary but not sufficient. The difference is in the brilliance, competence, and risk-taking attitudes of the founders. They have a drive to succeed, to be innovative, are resilient, adaptable, and ever optimistic in their outlook. These are all qualities that I've observed in successful entrepreneurs, qualities that I'm certain are represented here today in this graduating class. By graduating from the University of Waterloo today, you represent that winning and unstoppable mindset. And so, you've done it. You will graduate today with your degrees. You've worked hard for this day to arrive. Congratulations. The opportunities open to you through your degree from the University of Waterloo are boundless. Seize those opportunities that were made available to you during your time here. Discover opportunities that perhaps no one else can see. Create opportunities by virtue of knowledge gained here and build on them. All these avenues are open to you. Make the most of them. Now that you have graduated, some thoughts from someone with perspective. First and foremost, stay grounded. It's what keeps us mentally and emotionally healthy in this age of digital incertitude. I know that it makes my wife happy when she sees this in me. I took up the hobby of weaving recently. Yes, the weaving you create on a loom. I joined our local guild and was placed on the cleaning committee. A few months in, my wife Henny commented that I seemed to be going to more meetings. I admitted that yes, I was now also on the guild's board of directors, and yes, still on the cleaning committee. A year on, I was elected co-president, and yes, I'm still on the cleaning committee. I'm scheduled to clean on Monday. Give back to your community. I've also participated on a number of local charitable boards in various capacities as an advisor, director, and leadership mentor. This volunteer work can be very rich and satisfying when you see the resulting community impact. The most successful charitable not-for-profit organizations have strong, involved boards of directors. Volunteering can provide a very fulfilling way of making a difference. Participate in the university's alumni activities. As alumni, lean on that connection to the university to further your careers. The networks and relationships you have established here will serve you well in the future. Continue to cultivate those connections, hopefully for a lifetime. Of course, your learning doesn't end today. Lifelong learning has become an expected norm for you as professionals embarking on your careers. Remember that the University of Waterloo and your links to this institution will be here for you to fall back on as learning needs arise. Your connections to the university will continue to pay dividends to you in the future. A Doctor of Laws honoris causa, for me a great surprise. You know, my granddaughter asked me whether she could now call me Dr. Papa. Sure, but you know how this ends. If someone shouts, "Is there a doctor in the house?" please don't shout back, "Right here, Dr. Papa." And so I wish you all well in your professional careers and your journeys through life. Congratulations again on your graduations. Thank you very much.
Congratulations, Dr. Stork. I was particularly impressed that you could start on the cleaning committee and stay on the cleaning committee. Wonderful, wonderful. So, good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Mary Wells, and I have the honor of serving as your Dean of Engineering here at the University of Waterloo. It is such a pleasure to be here with you on this momentous occasion. To our graduates, your families, your friends, and everyone who has supported you along the way, welcome. To the class of 2026, you are the reason we are here, and we couldn't be happier for you. My sincerest congratulations to each of you. You did it. This day is yours. You've earned it through hard work, persistence, and a remarkable amount of resilience. Completing an engineering degree at Waterloo is no small feat. I hope you feel proud of everything you've accomplished here. Today, you are graduating into a world that is in the middle of a profound transformation, one where the very tools of our profession are evolving at a pace we've never seen before. You've had to think harder, adapt faster, and ask deeper questions about what comes next. That capacity to face a shifting landscape with curiosity and confidence is something I know you've had a chance to hone here at Waterloo, and I am confident it will carry you far. Please remember, you're stepping into a profession with deep roots and enduring responsibility. As engineers, every calculation, every design, and every decision you make matters. We must lead with honesty, integrity, and care. We must always put people first, to use our skills to build a world that is safer, fairer, and more sustainable. That responsibility has never mattered more than it does right now. AI can write code, optimize systems, and process data at a scale no human ever could, but it cannot answer for the consequences. When something goes wrong in a critical system, it will not be the algorithm that explains what happened. It will be a person, someone like you, in the future. We are also living in a time where algorithms increasingly shape what we see, what we pay attention to, and even how we understand one another. Too often, technology rewards quick reactions over thoughtful reflection and creates spaces where it becomes easier to judge than to listen. As future engineers, you will help shape the systems that increasingly shape society itself. Take that responsibility very, very seriously. This is not a burden, it is a privilege, and it is where your education matters. You've built the judgment to know when to trust and when to question, when to recognize unintended consequences, and how to balance efficiency with safety and public trust. These instincts that have been built through years of rigorous study, hard-in co-op experience, and the kind of growth that only happens when you're faced with doing genuinely difficult things, like getting a degree from this place. It is what you spent your whole degree doing, and now you're ready for that next step. The world needs what you bring, your ambition, your ideas, your curiosity, and your compassion. Whatever comes next, whether that's stepping into a new job, continuing your studies, launching something on your own, or still just figuring it all out, know that we believe you have what it takes to move forward with purpose and meaning. Congratulations again, class of 2026. We are so proud of you. Thank you. Mr. Chancellor, Mr. Vice Chancellor, I now request that you confer the degrees upon the graduates of the Faculty of Engineering.
Would the members of the graduating class please rise? Mr. Chancellor, I present to you those scholars who fulfilled the statutory requirements laid down by the Senate of the University that they may be admitted to their various and several degrees.
Thank you. By virtue of the authority vested in me and in the university, I hereby admit you to your various and several degrees, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereto appertaining. Heartiest congratulations.
Congratulations.
Please be seated.
Yeah.
Please be seated, everyone. It is now my pleasure to welcome your class valedictorian, Sebastian Paradis, to the podium to address our graduating class.
Good morning, everyone. It is an incredible honor to stand here today alongside my friends and classmates, and to have the privilege of sharing a few final words on behalf of our entire graduating class. Mr. Chancellor, President Goel, Dean Wells, and members of Convocation, families and guests, Mom and Dad, and most importantly, my fellow graduates. Tell me about yourself. It's the question that we've all answered 1,000 times in co-op interviews. And since the school has given me a mic for 6 uninterrupted minutes, and because some of your parents are bound to be recruiters, I'm going to answer it just one more time. My name is Sebastian Paradis. I'm 22 years old, and I'm an electrical engineer. My greatest strength is communication, and my greatest weakness is probably public speaking. So bear with me over this one. I graduated from one of the world's leading engineering universities, an institution that excels in the classroom, but even more so in industry, which is why I could tell you more ways to eat shawarma than I could tell you Maxwell's equations, the fundamental equations of my program. I grew up in Thunder Bay, up on Lake Superior, which means two things. One, I'm an Ontario student, but I grew up closer to Saskatchewan than I did to Waterloo. And two, more importantly, I spent my entire life putting things into perspective using the lake and the water. But whether our hometowns were on the Great Lakes or somewhere else entirely, we all arrived here at Waterloo having heard probably the same thing. You're a big fish in a small pond. And if you didn't take that too seriously, well, we sure got humbled quick, right? With calculus and circuits, software and statistics, even physics. I mean, we all thought we kind of knew physics coming in from high school. It was a prerequisite after all. But apparently, until you can calculate the trajectory of an astronaut riding a skateboard on a sliding pendulum, you don't know the first thing about physics. But through it all, every course in every lab, every 8:30 a.m. lecture, failed marmoset submissions, or individual screenshots added to a CrowdMark assignment, not once did anyone teach us about pressure. While it's true that we won't think about pressure while we're designing power grids or circuits or vibe coding our way to a paycheck, the department must have realized that if any group of people was just too familiar with pressure on a day-to-day basis, it was our class of 2026. We all arrive from different walks of life, skill, and faith, but regardless of how big a fish we were or how deep the ponds we came from, Waterloo was no easy lake for any of us to navigate. I'll give you just a few examples. We're the very last cohort to have 2 full software courses before ChatGPT was invented. And yes, it does make a big difference. Remember those Fridays after 2 p.m., refreshing our emails, hoping to get matched with that job on Waterloo Works? Remember going on LinkedIn and finding out that same job was taken by a management or a mechatronics engineer? Or those 2A finals? Anyone remember those? I'll jog your memory. 6 final exams in 8 days. But at least we had the next 2 weeks to recover, right? And all those courses that we were sure would be our last, like Math 115 or ECE 105. Better yet, ECE 106. You just had to be there. There were housing scams, rescinded co-ops, and some of us had to choose between extending opportunities or going to school with our friends. And all of that, those decisions and the pressures, successes and failures, were just the lake. And over time, we learned. We learned to feel the waves, to read the water, and some of us even learned to predict the weather. But if ever the waves got just a little too rough, we were never too far from shore. You could try something new next co-op, retake that failed course next school term. Did you know if we really needed to, we could have taken all 5 of our PD courses in 1 or 2 co-ops? Yeah. Those were our shores, a place or a moment to rest and recover, reconsider our journey, and choose when to face the waves again. But right now, in this room, we're sitting on the far side of this once daunting Waterloo Lake for the very last time. And once we get up from these uncomfortable chairs and we make our way out one of these doors, we're no longer faced with just a lake. This time, there's an ocean in front of us, and there's far less shores in sight. They always told us that we were big fish in a small pond. But the truth is, we were never really the fish. We were always the ones on top of the water. Explorers, navigators, curious about what's beyond where the map runs out. Because, unlike fish, every graduate here today had to leave the comfort and the safety of a shore to venture beyond the horizon to reach today's accomplishment. Along the way, we risked losing our bearings or being pushed underwater by all that pressure. When faced with that kind of uncertainty for the last few years, the graduate to your left, or to your right, or in front of you, kept on paddling forward, which doesn't just take skill, it requires courage. You know, I've been reminded over the last few weeks just how important today is, don't mess up, don't make too many jokes. And sure, celebrating our achievements is quite important. But a little bit of glory has never been enough to convince more than 400 engineers to meet here in a gymnasium. What is important about today is that, starting tomorrow, for the first time in many of our lives, we don't know what comes next. Whether it's studies or work, pursuing our own ventures, or taking time off, the journey ahead is not certain, and it's definitely not guaranteed, because we don't have those same shores to guide us. So let's take our time and find our footing, because the ocean isn't going to go anywhere. But I can assure you that we're not going in alone. We're not going unequipped, because over the last nearly 5 years, the pressures and lessons, the ups and definitely the downs that we faced together here at the University of Waterloo has helped every one of us build the best sailboat we could ever ask for. So let's not waste that by just staying on the shores. Let's promise ourselves that when our moment comes to face the waves, and it will, we won't let fear be the one controlling the sails. We won't let the comfort of a beach or the rumor of sharks keep us out of the ocean. We will let curiosity lead and allow courage to follow close behind it. Because the world doesn't need more people who are just good at what they know. It needs those same people, all of us, to be curious enough to seek what we don't know, and courageous enough to face those pressures until we figure it out. So let's raise our sails and let's wave this shore goodbye, and let's set course for the horizon. Class of 2026, thank you and congratulations.
Let's hear one more time for your valedictorian. My name is Sean Ferfaro, and I am honored to be the one to read each graduate's name as they cross the stage today. Before we begin, I just want to share a few brief housekeeping notes to help the ceremony run smoothly. To our guests, as we mentioned before, we kindly ask that you please remain in your seats as your graduate crosses the stage. Professional photographs are being taken of every graduate. There's ample opportunity for photos during the celebration that follows. To our graduates, this is your moment. Enjoy it. As you cross the stage, please face the audience, smile, feel free to wave to your family and friends, maybe do a little dance as you cross. Take it all in. You've earned the moment. We will begin with the conferral of doctoral degrees one at a time, followed by our master's 3 at a time, and finally, our bachelor's graduates one at a time. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for, it's my pleasure to present the graduating class from the Faculty of Engineering. Mr. Chancellor, I present the candidates for the degree Doctor of Philosophy. Dr. Puriya Aliasgari. Dr. Jorge Pat de la Torre Sanchez. Dr. Haitham Ra'afat Gamal Ibrahim. Dr. Ali Kol Kiz. Dr. Farheen Nasir. Dr. Abdulreza Pasharavesh. Dr. Yuan Chuan. Dr. Ho Ren. Dr. Hanyue Shangwan. Dr. Joseph Elias Tafese. Mr. Chancellor, I now present the candidates for the degree Master of Applied Science. Arazu Alipana, Ramisha Anjum, Leka Dasari Murugapa. Nita Esfarayeni, Zhong Feng, MD Rezwanul Haq. Alexander Rabar, Avrayam Ashraf Iskandar, Zara Kotanlu. Anna Moskalenko, Nguyen Trung Son Pham, Michael David Pinter. Rushab Nikhil Kumar Solanki, Mei Chi Tang, Justin Tung. Shi Hang Wong, Xiao Fei Wu, Vladislav Yusiak. Yi Shi Zhao. Mr. Chancellor, I present the candidates for the degree Master of Engineering. Ahmed Sharafath Ahmed Zibli, Hosameldin Adel Aldib, Karan Bir Singh Arora. Barath Arunachalam Nagendran, Arifa Banu Azith Ramed, Vishnu Sharma Batiprolu. Anik Chakraborty, Purvadaga Aditya Dev. Vignesh Karupasamy, Yifan Du, Amr El Shafei. Yiming Feng, Zi Yi Gong, Mahi B. Haider. Jeffrey Andreas Hamilton, Shi Chen Hu, Jia Li Huang. Prahar Ijner, Shruti Jayasankar, Rukayat Jimo. Abhishek Baskaran, Adina Khan, Harleen Kosa. Van Tong Lee, Chung Yi Lee, Han Song Lee. Hao Chin Liang, Shindong Liu, Di Liu. Dongju Yuan Lu, Hassan Masarani, Parth Sarthi Madatawal. Rebecca Mendonça, Yanyue Meng, Daniel Murphy. Kia Fu Nang, An Nok Quang Nguyen, Yue Feng Niu. Tamini Rao Pantra, Bhargav Nareshbhai Parekh, Dharmik Ashwin Kumar Patadia. Tirth Nitin Kumar Patel, Saad Imran Rana, Ghazale Sadagat Mogla. Harry Silvarasa, Adris Shabazz, Vidyansh Sharda. Hrishita Sharma, Aman Shivani, Yansong Shu. Shubham, How You Song, Zara Syed. Muhammad Hassan Tariq, Yashashvi Nilesh Tucker, Ishu Trivedi. Oystern Vas, Jasmeet Singh Vasant, Janshi Wong. Sheng Chao Wong, Shong Hao Wong, Chen Yu Wu. Yulin Wu, Wen Shu, Han Chang Yang. Yifan Yang, Hao Ming Yi, Jeffrey Y. Yin Yuan. Bowen Zhang, Suki Zhang, Tongkun Zhang. Yi Xing Zhang, Shu Zheng Zheng. Mr. Chancellor, I now present the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Applied Science, Honors Computer Engineering. Mariam Abdelatif. Abdullah Abdullah. Omer Adil. Kanyinsola Iyano Olua Adejola. Tamid Ahmed. Het Paresh Ajmeri. Avril Snetha Alphonse. Amr Bassam Alwan. Saira Amuthan. Victoria Lily Angelini. Stephen Armstrong. Azam Mohammed Asim. Sebastian Matthias Zishka Atkinson. Robert Hong Suk Bay. Eugene Beck. Romaljit Singh Bal. Rana Balabel. Teen Dan Christina Balston. Ivy Yanju Bao. Yanjen Bao. Prajna Girish Baragur. Abirup Badur. Akshay Bhatia. Pant Bavsar. Nadia Emily Bola. Puneet Mia Buller. Ethan David Bittman. Lauren Sydney Marie Brecht. Leah Burgess. Jonathan Robert Burt. Evelyn Judith Lee Campbell. Karan Champaneri. Nicholas Andre Chan. Rahul Eric Chantalima. Aditya Chowdhury. Derek Chen. Jessica Chen. Mingzhu Chen. Justin Sunny Che. Alexander Chomsky. Angelia Lee Juan Chu Chai. Alexander Takamitsu Chow. Edmund Junman Chow. Justin Hufone Chow. Azizul Haq Chowdhury. Sarah Soryong Chun. Charlotte Kluche. Simone Samara Coutinho. Nathan Dai. Mingtree Dao. Michael Darwin Davey. Lucas Delvoye. Sinlan Ding. Haley Doloweird. Han Peng Dong. Preston Glycerio Dresser. Jason Dwan. Johnson Duong. Folarin David Fatola. Ahmed Fazi. Logan Gray Fournier. Aidan Brylan Fox Ivy. Brian Luan Fu. Nicole Emma Jison Fong. Ethan Benjamin Gabriel. Lama Ala Gad. Eric Yuchen Gan. Ayush Ganguly. Sushant Gangwani. Yang Gao. Ameya Gaude. Akhil Kartik Giri. Adam Goldman. Andrei Golovanov. Ranbir Singh Gosal. Samuel Alexander Graham. Ishreet Kaur Grewal. Our next graduate is also the recipient of the Roy Duxbury Leadership Award for showing outstanding leadership throughout their academic career in the Faculty of Engineering. Samantha Nicole Grieco. Andrea Miruna Gugiman. Evan Jia Guo. Mihir Gupta. Yujin Han. Shahir Hassan. John Peng He. Seungmin Hong. Syed Tasvik Hussain. Tamim Anjum Hussain. Evan Thomas Howie. Ji Tao Hu. Brian Huang. Freeman Zhang Da Huang. Ryan Ismail. Boris Alexander Jancic. Peter Jang. Manpreet Kaur Jangra. Sunny Zhao. Yin-Chi Jing. Alicia Kent. Suraj Kanpuri. Ayush Kapoor. Somyajit Karforma. Surjan Singh Katuria. Neil Kaus. Dylan Michael Andrew Keane. Wahab Ali Khan. Jinha Kim. Gershon Kuhner. Sibi Madan Krishnan. Tushar Kumar. Siddhartha Kundu. Jonathan Lokchun Lam. Misha Lamoureux. Aaron Su Min Lee. Ji Ye Lee. Christopher Chi Kwong Leung. Joshua David Levesque. Cha Lun Lee. Matthew G. Locke Lee. Stephen Lee. William Lee. Yitong Lee. Jalen Zhenwei Liu. Fionn Lin. Jeffrey Lin. Yu Pei Lin. Benjamin Liu. Gerald Zhiliang Liu. Keegan Quotsong Liu. Pan Liu. Tanuja Lianage. Nandita Lohani. Ziyue Long. Nelson Peter Loop. Kang Min Lee. Natalie Allison Lee. Justin Nathaniel Ma. Shazan Mahmood. On Ching Kelly Mack. Grace Mann. Gershon Singh Mann. Jasmine Mao. Dania Ezzedine Masood. Cordian Jonathan Mazurkowitz. Daniel Robert McVicker. Our next graduate is also the recipient of the Ontario Professional Engineers Foundation for Education Gold Medal for the highest cumulative overall average upon graduation from the Faculty of Engineering. Ong Kant Min. Mark G. Woo Min. Jack Nicholas Mogan. Daniel Alexander Molina. Nusha Mosavipur. Momin Naeem. Prachi Nanda. Nicola Nasev. Aryan Neb. Stacia Jose Neville. Desmond Nixon. Fasi Noor. Oladipo Daniel Olabi. Kevin Oyang. Rick Pan. George Alexandru Paraskiv. Soham Parmar. Tristan James Perry. Samir Bhargava Pasi. Kush Bhavesh Kumar Patel. Neil Patel. Vidi Patel. Sovan Putnaik. Cindy Jie Xing Peng. Daniel Vin Fung. Abhinav Prasad. Karine Chian. Mandatory hydration break, FIFA. Zikong Chu. Joshua Thomas Quitner. Zafir Raid. Sheikh Mahfuzur Rahman. Mega Raj. Laksha Rao. Namira Razi. Si Jen Run. Jonathan Idicheria Ritish. Ethan Thon Romero. Samir Manhal Rustam. Nihal Sahu. Shivali Sen. Yash Sethi. Harshil Jignesh Shah. Shayana Shaiskandin. Chaitanya Sharma. Maya Shinoy. Malcolm Shee. Jason Singh Sidhu. Adiraj Singh. Mansahej Singh. Pranav Sisodia. Rahavan Sivaguganantha. Nishan Sivakumar. Jonathan Morton Slightum. Kevin Kai Wen Song. Shin Cheng Song. Aditya Sridhar. Sneha Sridhar. Faizan Syed. Raziuddin Syed. Max Owen Tang. Ginny Tank. Michael Penglin Tao. Michael Andrew Tam. Sathurja Stavarubin. Sebastian Tia. Kea Tiwari. Alvin Tom. May Toying Sirakun. Alexander Sarapkin. Anmol Tiagi. Iman Umer Kezer. Jacob Unch. Jayanti Upadhyay. Ella Anna Upal. Oiku Uzun. Komal Vachani. Abhi Vaishnav. Brandon Vo. Joey Wong. Cameron Nicholas Chow Wong. Charles Wilson Wong. Kristen Wong. William Wu. Leo Yu Heng Xia. Ryan Ji Eng Xing. Han Ru Chu. Khaled Yakub Aga. Lavanya Yadav. Bohan Yao. Shin Yu Ye. Sunny Young. Dong Hae Yu. She Xuan Yu. Jenny Yu. Yu Jing Yuan. Florence Yoon. Yuan Jie Zheng. Jia Luo. Tiffany Wing Chi Zhang. Yife Zhang. Andrew Cheng Zhao. Calvin Zhao. Kevin Zhao. Yuchi Zhao. Jeffrey Li Ran Zhen. Song Zhou. Mr. Chancellor, I present the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Applied Science, Honors Electrical Engineering. Fahad Abulagad. Sophia Batul Ahmed. Kate Aitchison. Ranesh Babu. Theodoro Saroa Damota Barrera. Rishith Muralidharan Baman. Andrew James Bovenkamp. Nathan Fei Young Cheng. Matthew Aiden Bradley Garth. Jack David Greenwood. Addison Mill Hennikov. Armand Hojatolesami. Eric Jesse. Jordan Daniel Corley Myron. Elias James Contouris. Anthony Lazar. Nuohan Lee. Zhenyu Lim. Ishman Deep Man. Farzan Mershikari. Zara Murtaza. Oreolua Oluwakemi Oni. Sebastian Parody. Callum Jason Perot. Daniel Paradich. Asin Qureshi. Henry Rushwe Wren. Laiba Said. Josh Raj Saha. Fariza Sattar. Reed Schwartzentruber. Juan Carlos Segovia Garza. Javeria Siddiqui. Argo Sultani Tirani. Max Storyahan. Krishna Tamilchelvan. Eason Weishar. Yu Che Yan. Wan Ying Yi. Olivia Lin Chin Jung. Anthony Zelnikov. Forrest Joe. Please join me in congratulating all of our graduates from the Faculty of Engineering.
Let's keep going. Well done.
Woo! Mr. Chancellor, I now request you to confer in absentia the various and several degrees upon those candidates who were approved by Senate but were unable to be present for today's convocation.
I confer the degrees in absentia. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Derek Rayside. I am the Associate Dean of Cooperative Education and Professional Affairs for the Faculty of Engineering, and I'm also an Associate Professor in the Department of Electrical and Computer Engineering. It is my great pleasure to announce and celebrate the accomplishments of our Outstanding Student Award recipient, I am proud to present the President's Award of Excellence, which is awarded to graduates with the highest academic standing in bachelor's programs across the university. Only 3 of these awards will be presented at this week's convocation ceremonies from across all faculties. Mr. Chancellor, I now invite you to present the President's Award of Excellence for 2026 to Ong Kant Min. It is now my pleasure to welcome Vivek Goel, President and Vice Chancellor, back to the podium.
To our graduates and new alumni, my heartfelt congratulations on this accomplishment. A special thank you to Michael Stork for honoring us with your presence and for your inspiring words for our graduates. Thank you to all the family and friends who've gathered here today to join our graduates in this celebration and for supporting them on their academic journey. And to our new graduates, thank you. You now join our global community of more than 260,000 alumni, helping our institution stay connected to the world around us. Over the years, I've had the privilege of meeting many alumni across life stages, starting with those newly minted at Convocation. I'm always inspired by their big, bold plans for life after university and seeing their accomplishments as they move through life. Waterloo graduates are known for integrating knowledge and innovation across disciplines. They are known for their courage, creativity, and resilience. Above all, they are known for approaching challenges in unique ways and uncovering impactful solutions. At Waterloo, we think differently, act with purpose, and work together to make the world a better place. Take the knowledge and inspiration that you have acquired here, as many before you have, and make a difference in the world. This convocation also marks my final one as president. Like many of you, we started at this institution coming out of the pandemic. It has been an immense privilege to work together with every member of this community as we moved through challenging times. While your next chapters will take you to many places, I hope you, as I will, remain connected to this extraordinary university and to one another. I wish you all the best in the future. And now, it's my pleasure to welcome back Mayangan Henry, Indigenous Knowledge Keeper, to provide the closing.
Shataha. Most Ojibwe people would be laughing right now because you use that word at moments of amazement. Times, it could mean what the heck. It could mean all kinds of crazy things, but it's, at this time I'm using it because it's an amazing moment. And there's another word we use, it's called ani, and we use it for a greeting, but the real meaning of that is I see a light within you. And as you were crossing the stage today, I could see joy and happiness, the light within you, so happy, but also your supporters, your parents, whoever else helps you through this journey of education. The light was so bright, it made me smile. So it was such an awesome feeling to watch you cross the stage. You know, in the Indigenous communities, we also honored our graduates and people of high achievement, but we kind of did it in a little different way. We would be in a circle, and our circle would accommodate all those that are graduating with you, all those friends that maybe helped you through some hard times. Maybe you had some times when you were struggling, and a friend of yours that you met in this course helped you through it. Maybe even some of you wanted to give up. I think that happens sometimes, but maybe there's somebody there that helps you through it. We always have to honor those people because everybody has struggles, but we also have friends and people that help us through those hard times. There's also ones that we have to remember, and very importantly are the ones who may have had to move on to be with Creator while you were at school. You know, those loved ones, grandparents or family members, or even your pets or animals that, you know, you love so much. So your time here had come, you know, with happiness and maybe even some sadness at times, but we think about those ancestors now who gave us a chance to become who we are, how strong we are because they believed in us, and how strong we are today that we achieved this great milestone in your life. So with that said, our circle becomes strong, and we can turn to that circle when we feel the need to feel that accomplishment again. So inside that circle, our elders would come in. And our elders are really important because they lived a long life. Maybe they have experiences that you haven't experienced yet. So they come into the circle and they look at each one of you and they ask you very clearly, now that you've attained your educational goals, they'll ask you, what are you going to do with that? And they have a real important suggestion for you, is especially engineers, to think about forward, improvement, imagination. But as you're doing so, think about the land that you live on, how you can use your skill to make the water, the air, the trees, everything that you live on that is only reason that we're surviving is because of these things. Put some emphasis on the strength of making it healthy for our next generations to come. Your children, your grandchildren, and 7 generations down the road are hoping and praying that you leave them a world that's healthy. There's a prophecy out there that Indigenous people have had, and they said that within that fire of knowledge and technology, if you stay on that road and forget about the environment around you, then we're leading to a very dangerous place. We have to balance that, what you have now, and keeping this land healthy and honestly the best it can be, because our Creator, whoever you call Creator to be, made this world of harmony and strength. We need you to continue on with that responsibility. So our elders will close out the circle at this time, and they'll send you on your way to all your celebrations. But they want to leave you with something really important also. In today's society, the words that we share are important. And the words that the elders will leave you is Gidwin, which means I love you. And the University of Waterloo does love you, and we want to share that with you in your celebrations today. Miigwech, everybody. It was an honor to be with you on this important day in your life. Miigwech.
Thank you again, Elder Henry. We're grateful, always grateful for your contributions and those of the Cedar Hill Singers to today's ceremony. Thank you. These contributions are an important reminder of the work underway and the work that still needs to be done in recognizing the historical and the ongoing wrongs perpetrated against Indigenous peoples and the legacy of colonialism still in place today. We hope that we continue to remember these words as we carry on with our journeys. Thank you. Okay. Where's our class valedictorian? Sebastian, I think. Somewhere in the back. I just want to say thank you. I know you said you weren't great at public speaking, but you rocked it, and you inspired me personally today. Well done. And not only did you rock it, but as each one of you walked past all of us here, you had smiles, you had energy, you had so much fun, and you truly were celebrating by looking out into the audience and enjoying your family and your friends and your loved ones. So, just like the immigration officer in Lagos said, Waterloo, we're going to try something. He should have done it a different way as opposed to just saying Waterloo. So my friend Vivek and I are going to do something here. I'm going to say, water, water, water.
Loo, loo, loo.
Excellent. Everybody in the audience, let's do this together. Water, water, water.
Loo, loo, loo.
Water, water, water.
Loo, loo, loo.
Water, water, water.
Loo, loo, loo.
Take those words with you, and congratulations, graduates. It is my privilege to officially dismiss Convocation. Please rise if you may.